What you gonna do, brother, when Cougar Mania goes running wild all over you? Dave, it's going nuts around all of Greater Hazleton. It's great to see as the Hazleton area Cougars make a deep run into the state basketball championships. Dave Seaman, Standard Speaker sports editor, has been covering the entire season with Mike Joseph and his team. And Dave, recently I saw this post. This was nice to see. So the game was originally scheduled for Tuesday. Okay, got to keep everything straight here. So that game got postponed, now playing on Saturday. But on that night, they were supposed to play. The Hazleton area Cougars went to Milk House Creamery at Bull Arena, Dave, and they posted on social media that the Cougars were there. It got 262 likes, so the Cougars very hot right now. A lot of people talking about them. We've talked so much, Dave, about the hysteria in 1993. It seems like it's happening again. There's been you even had an article that said better late than never once they made the playoffs, seeing the support the team's getting.
Yeah, and it's happening, and I don't want to use the word snowball because what's happening outside these past few days, but it's definitely snowballed, and it's outstanding to see because I said numerous occasions, this team and how hard they've worked, and they're such fine representatives of the community, and they deserve it. From the coaching staff on down to every single player on the team, varsity, JV, even the freshman team had an outstanding season, and a lot to be proud of.
They're also great to talk with as reporters. And Dave, I guess what's great about this extended run is you get extended coverage of the basketball team. And Dave, you've written a number of articles featuring, I guess, almost all the players on the team now. I saw a great one on Sparky Wolk, and I really enjoyed the one on Demir Faison. Dave, just search any of the Cougar players' names in Standard Speaker or go to the Standard Speaker's website, search their names. You'll find Dave's articles. Demir talking about a missed dunk in a junior high championship game and how his teammates still razz him for that. But how has it been getting to know these players a little bit more and showing the area who they are?
Yeah, I think it's like it's a fun part of our jobs is to get to know these players beyond the basketball court, and you realize how intelligent in the classroom they get in the community. We did a story a few weeks back on Charlie Gennaro, who's been an outstanding fan of the Cougars, Hazleton area basketball for years now. Had an unfortunate accident, but the team went up to go see him, and every one of the players almost got to see him and visit him, and he made an appearance at the game in Berwick against Norristown, and I know it inspired the boys, and I know he's in their thoughts, as they make this run forward.
And Dave, I've had a lot of time to prepare as they keep moving this semifinal game, reading Dave's articles in the Standard Speaker. So let's get down to business this Saturday, 1 p.m., Bethlehem Freedom High School, Hazleton area versus Lincoln High School, the Rail Splitters. Reading in your article, Dave, you really talked about two players, from the Rail Splitters. Tyree Corbett, 29 points, 20 rebounds in the quarterfinals, and then also Khalif Mires, MVP of the Philadelphia Public League. I'm sure there's so much more than that, but those are the two players, I guess, where it starts at.
Yeah, they're definitely a deep team, a long team, probably the tallest team the Cougars have played all season. They have played teams like that have tried to press and trap them throughout the season. They're going to try to wear down the Cougars. That's what they tried to do against Neshaminy. Neshaminy had, if everybody remembers, Archie Diacono from Villanova a few years back. Well, his brother Chris is on the Neshaminy team this year, and he had a lot of points against Lincoln, but Lincoln was able to prevail at the end because they had more players. Abington also tried to throw a lot of players at the Cougars, and they played well against teams that have outstanding depth. They've done that in the past. Reading tried to wear them down in the only game that they lost this season, but Cougars made a big comeback in that game as well. I think for the Cougars to it's going to be incumbent upon them to start well like they did the last several games. Kind of get the crowd involved in the game too, which is an important factor. You can't dispute that, and I don't think the Rail Splitters have seen a crowd that they're going to see on Saturday.
Dave, let me ask you this. Hazleton area shot over 60% in their win over Abington. I can't see that happening again. Maybe I'm wrong. What do I know? Talk about that a little bit. And what will they need to do then? Because Abington did score in the 80s. Cougars end up scoring in the 90s. What will they have to do against Lincoln?
I think they have to work their offense. When they get a good shot, take it and make it and crash the boards. That's what they did the other day. And it didn't matter who was open. And that's been their MO all season is the person that's open is going to take the shot. And more often than not, they're such talented players. They're going to make shots. Now, you don't expect a team to shoot 62% every game, but I think Coach Joseph will take a 55%, maybe even 48% from the field, as long as they're rebounding and holding their own on the defensive end and make foul shots. I think that's going to be very important because Lincoln's going to come out and be very aggressive. They committed a lot of fouls against Neshaminy in the quarterfinals. So if you get in the one-on-one, you take advantage of those situations. Any kind of free points, or if they get 2-on-1s, fast break opportunities, make sure they convert on the offensive end. Get as many points as you can. If they get a lead, like they did against Abington, that works to their advantage.
So if you're wrapped up in all the Cougar Mania, just can't get enough of Hazleton area basketball, read all of Dave's work and follow on Twitter at Seaman Says Sport. He will have all updates from the game. Our John Eric Poli will be at the game as well. Dave, thank you so much for all the great coverage. Looking forward to more of it in the Standard Speaker.